All right, so in this video, I'm going to touch on a topic that I have talked about quite a few times on this channel, but I have a good thread from Zach XBT that he just put out, really quantifying exactly what I'm talking about. And that is that you have to be careful of crypto influencers. There are so many influencers in the space. While some of them are very good, a lot of them are trying to take advantage of their follower base to shill projects that are just blatant scams. So Zach XBT today just put out a thread. It starts off and says, a thread on two verified accounts, Radoko and Fitz LOL, that popped up out of nowhere in the past few weeks, and all the different NFT rug pulls they have created in that time. So these are two crypto Twitter accounts that popped up out of nowhere, and all of a sudden had this huge follower base, which we're going to touch on more on how that came to be. But as soon as they popped up, they started shilling projects, which later turned out to be rug pulls. Two, both accounts popped up suddenly, tweeting about NFTs with NFT PFPs at the end of December 2022. So a lot of influencers use these PFPs to gain influence, right? If you see somebody with a Bored Ape Yacht Club PFP, you're going to associate them as a know-it-all NFT enthusiast and things like that. It's a very respectable NFT for the most part, right? Obviously takes a lot of money to own one. And so you see somebody with this profile picture, it kind of adds to their credibility. Social Blade does a great job visualizing the huge jump in fake followers. It's likely the account was either sold or stolen. So you can see here that the Radoko account went from zero followers all the way up to almost 100K followers, seemingly overnight. Like it went like literally just a matter of a couple weeks. They're sitting at almost 100K followers. Then you go to Mr. Fitz, almost the exact same thing at the exact same time, right at around January 23rd or 2023. You see their follower count skyrocket. This one hitting almost 50K. So again, it's pretty easy to pick out here. It looks like it's probably the same person, right? Or the same people behind both of these accounts. And all of their tweets look something like this for the most part. First 333 to interact, and then they get the interactions, and make sure you're following with the bell. You see the exact same thing with Mr. Fit. It says, following everyone who interacts. Good morning to everyone who says it back. So these are engagement tweets, right? Tweets meant to gather engagement so that people start following them. But even using that technique, that's not organic growth, right? Like even using these engagement tweets, you're hardly ever going to gain as many followers as they have gained in such a short amount of time, which means that they're likely bought. 3, shortly after they began cringe tweeting about bottling the engagement and promoting 6+ rug projects they created. So we can see here, Mr. Fit, the reply guys are the backbone of the NFT space during this bear market. If you have one of them, I love you. Rad, 58K followers, but how many will say something? If you see this, Fat Nuts ETH will be your free mint. So right there, so they get the engagement post. So you see the one, 58,000 followers, but how many will say something? People start saying something on his thread, and then you see this second post. If you see this, and then he quotes an NFT or ats an NFT project, will be your free mint, which this NFT project turned out to be a total rug in that they were actually the ones behind it. So you see the same thing from Mr. Fit. This account will only follow legends. Are you one of them? Free mint today, by the way. Fat Nuts ETH. Don't say I didn't warn you. So again, this is exactly what their whole MO is, right? Grow the following, use these engaging tweets, get people to see your thread, because the more people that see it, the more the algorithm will share it. And then underneath that, show your NFT project, which is exactly what we saw here. 4, how do we know that they created them? Well, if you start with Radoko PFP, you'll see it's a Mutant Ape Yacht Club, 5998, owned by this wallet address, and he puts the wallet address there. So again, you can see the PFP here. It's the hexagon, which signifies that they actually do own that NFT on Twitter. And then you can see all the engagement tweets that Zach XBT posts after that. Then when we go to a rug Fitz LOL created, The developer of the contract for this project is this wallet address, which Zach gives us. And then you can see it's another project, 555 Gang NFT, which is based on the mapping that Zach XBT gives us, the same account. It's the same wallets that are all connected. And then you can see he puts out more rug pulls that these accounts have come up with in this thread. If you guys want to read the whole thread and see the full thing, check it out below. I'll link it down below. But what I'm trying to get across here, guys, is you really have to be selective and very careful of who you listen to on Twitter, on YouTube, whatever it is. In the case of Twitter, it's really easy for people to be anonymous, right? Like, we don't know the person that is behind these accounts. And it looks to us like two separate people, right? Two separate accounts with different owners, and they just happen to be talking about similar projects, which most people read as a good thing because they got two big NFT promoters with big followings promoting the project. Good opportunity, right? That's exactly what they want you to think, and why you need to be very, very careful in this space, guys. There's lots of accounts like these out there that are anonymous accounts that no one knows who the actual person is behind the scenes, and they're using their following to make money on what are really blatant scams, right? Like, these NFT projects were rugs, and then they just keep going. And then eventually what will happen is they'll earn enough money, they'll shut the accounts down, they'll start up new accounts and do the exact same thing. So I want to protect you guys and keep you safe from cycles like this, like accounts like this that are out there trying to take your money because they have, they're using their influence or perceived influence to do so. So again, guys, be very, very careful of any accounts like this that you see on Twitter, or if you don't really know who's behind them, or they have no previous reputation and their following, it just kind of came out of nowhere. It's probably a similar case to this. So again, guys, just be very, very careful out there. Wanted to share this with you all. If this is your first time to the channel, please like and subscribe. And with that being said, I will see you all next time.